Hi everyone, I've attempted to make this video about 2 times with my screen recorder and something has been going wrong. So I just wanted to show you the watercolor pansies that I'm using. So this is the files that I've gotten from Creative Fabrica. If you want me to show you how to make this, basically you go to your file, you say open, and you go to your downloads, and you go to your watercolor clip art here. So I'm going to press that, and I will press, I'll go PNG just to make it easy. I'll open that up now, and you can pick whatever file you like. So for example, I'm going to pick this one. I'll say okay, and then you pick all of the files that you like. So this is just as an example. Here's a leaf. Actually, that should be going into this one here. The best way to do that, and so for example, you want to make this bigger, you can say send, right click and say send to back, so that allows you to have this to the front. You can manipulate this, you can make all sorts of things within it, like so. Then you can add, say, go to file and merge as an example, pick up another pansy, and you can make this one go a little bigger, so you can go bigger. You can make this one go like that and just arrange them. Get another one, go to file and merge, and you can pick up, say, this one over here. And oh, this is a stunning one, isn't it? Beautiful. So as an example, then go again to merge. I'm having fun with this. I'll go to and pick up this leaf here. You can flip it, so say flip horizontally, and you can make this go bigger. Go like that. Actually make it a little smaller. Go turn this around. So send this to the back, right click, send to back as an example, and you can come up with an arrangement, okay? So you can do this like this, or you can put them all in a row, print and cut them, and off you go, okay? So my media size here is A4. This is on a 12 by 12 mat, and I can go and cut these individually, but I'm not going to do that. What I've done instead is I'm going to get rid of this one. And no, I don't want to save that. And I don't want to save these either. So I'm going to save changes, no. So what I've done in advance is, because my screen recorder wasn't working, is I have now downloaded all of those images. I put them onto my mat, I resize them. And what I'm going to do is print and cut. So if you want to do print and cut, you go up to this icon here that's got the little corner folded in. Open that up. You say what your media size is, and you can fiddle around. There's with your registration marks. You click that one there. You click on, and then you can even make this go smaller, wider, so you can save paper, which is a very handy thing to do. And you have control over that if you like. So yeah, so you can do that with your print and cut. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to print and cut all of these out. I'm actually going to do a print bleed. So I've clicked that over there, if you can see the print bleed. So what will happen is it will print a little bit weird. It'll just print slightly more than the file itself. And then when I'm going to cut it out, there will not be any like white bits. So if it cuts a little bit wonky, you'll be covered, all the color will be there, so there'll be no white bits. So that's why I say print bleed. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this, I'm going to print it, and then I'm going to cut it with my silhouette. I'll do a print and cut, and then we'll go back to the craft table, and then I'm going to show you how to make this card. I'll see you again shortly. Okay, so here is some footage of the machine cutting out the pansies. Now I'm just going to come closer, and I want to show you that now that I've cut that out, that there's this little border around the pansies there, and of all of these, and they look a little bit pixelated. That's because I chose the print bleed, if you recall. So this now will cut out slowly, and then this is my Cameo 1, Silhouette Cameo 1. I did buy the Cameo 4, and I love it as well, but I'm still using the 1. It's been a workhorse machine. I absolutely love it, and I'm sorry about the noise behind, but that's how it looks now. Okay, so I'll see you at the craft desk once I'm done. So we've finished now the printing and cutting of the pansies, and as you can see here, as I said before, look at the pixelated bits. So I'll show you now with the cut, and I'll just do it this way because it's just easier. And look at that. No white bits. So that's why I do that. So I'm going to take off this sheet. I love new mats. But can you see the pixelated bits? So that's what the print bleed means if you've never done that before for your cuts. And look how beautifully they cut out. They cut out absolutely gorgeous. So I'll put this to one side, and then I'll just cut these off with my spatula, take them off the mat. Alright, so I finished now taking everything off the sticky mat, and I'm just going to put the protective cover on here so that I don't get this mucked up. Okay, so I'll put that to one side. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a thick basic white cardstock from Stampin' Up. I'm going to fold it, the cut line in half. This is an A5 size from an A4. Cut in half, squat in half again, and it becomes an A6 card base. So this is going to be an incredibly simple card. And you can use this for Mother's Day. You can use this for as a thank you, a birthday, whatever you wish. So having all these, I've cut more than I need, so I can have enough for another project. But they're just so cool. Like, you don't have to sit there and ink it. It's all done for you. And it makes card making super easy. And you can cut several of these and arrange them in, any way you like. It is so cool. So I'm going to put these all here because they're a little bit sticky from the mat, which is hilarious. But these are just gorgeous. Look how many images. You can fill up a whole page and also make them any size you like. Now, I have also a layering piece of white cardstock that's just 1/4 of an inch shorter this way and that way. So when I lower it, when I layer it, I can't speak today, it has a nice even border right round. So that is all cool now. So I'll put all of these to the side. Going to grab my non-stick mat. It's a Teflon mat, or the craft mat from Ranger. You can pick either or. They're both the same. So I'll go on this side. And I'm using Stampin' Up's retired, what was it called? Pattern Party stencils. They call them masks. So they've got a brick in this one. They have the diamonds. I'm going to use the diamonds today, but I'm not sure if you remember these, but you have the clouds and you have this mandala one as well. I'm just going to use the diamonds. I think the diamonds are beautiful. And they're 6x6, so they're pretty cool. And I'm going to use some Distress Oxide. I'm going to use Tumbled glass. It's a favourite colour of mine. And I'm just going to add a little bit of colour just around here. So I'll get my Tumbled Glass Distress Oxide, and I think it'll go perfectly with these stamps. And I'm just going to grab one of these Nuvo large blending brushes. I love these, and I love the way they hold too. They're very easy. So I'm just going to take it out of the box. I keep them in the box just to keep them out of the, dust and things like that. And I like how they've got their own little holder. And you just take that out. I'm just going to wipe it and make sure that I have not got any, with a microfiber cloth, any ink on it from my previous project. So I'm just going to, on a scrap piece there, just wipe it on. And now I'm just going to go from the side and go up. Because this is such a light colour, I'm just going to make sure a little bit more. Just go on through. And it doesn't have to be perfect either. And I think that is gorgeous. So I'll bring that up closer because it is a little bit, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? I love that. So I'm going to leave that to the side. I'm just going to clean things up a little bit here off camera, and then I shall be back. It's finished, cleaning things up here. So I'm going to put this now on the card base, so just so you can have a look at that. And I'm just going to grab all the various things here so I can see how everything is. And I'm going to start arranging my little pansies. So I did mirror one. I think I'll use that to go this way. And then I'll add some beautiful ones. Like, how gorgeous is that? Honestly, I love it. Add some nice warmth to that. Beautiful. And we can add as many or as little as we like. And I absolutely love all of these images. They are stunning. Look at that. Just gorgeous. Gorgeous arrangements. Just love it. Check that out. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to put 5 of them because I think they look beautiful. And I have a feeling this one goes like that. And one more. Let me see. I'm thinking of going. So it has like a nice cool look. I'll bring this up closer so you can see them. I may arrange them a little bit better. Like I'll put this one to the front and maybe too many similar colours up here. So I may swap that around. And let's do too many similar colours. Let's try something a little darker. And let's see. Put the bluish one here at the front. And I think this one will look gorgeous down here. Just beautiful. Oh, I love it. Just an arrangement of pansies, just gorgeous. Okay, so I'll grab some leaves, can go underneath here. And this can go here. And this leaf can go up there. And let me see if we need another one down here. And I think that's a gorgeous arrangement. I love it. So I'm going to leave the rest of these over here. Let's see now. Maybe one more down here. Take that one out. And maybe go for this one down here. So I'm just arranging them as I see fit. And I think that will look gorgeous up there. And I think that turned out beautiful with that lovely background. So you can combine traditional card making along with, you know, digital stamps and digital files. And I think it makes crafting so much easier when you do that. I think that's a beautiful arrangement. So the tricky part now is to get these all organized. So what I'll be doing is taking that off and just start placing little bits and pieces up there. Oh, and I will definitely stick that down because that is so delicate that it will, if you put this in the mail, it will, it'll go off. Okay, so let's stick this baby down, and I'm going to stick it down here. And stick a little bit underneath the, like so. This will come off too easily. So I'm going to stick that down a little bit more, and it gives that dimension. Just hold it down there for a second. And I will stick this down and just put glue just slightly in. If, for example, I'll need to save the card base for whatever reason, I can get my tool and go underneath there, scrape that off, and no one will know. So that's why I kind of put it on just below the edges, if you can see that. So now I'm just going to square this on and make sure it's nice and even on all sides. And there is my finished card. And with the leftovers, you can use those for another project. So what I'm going to show you next is the use of die cuts, the Pansy patch, I think, dies from Stampin' Up, and I'll show you card number 2. See you shortly. Okay, so for my next card, I'm going to be using the Stampin' Up's Pansy patch. Beautiful stamp set, but a bit of work. I quite like the already printed ones out, which makes, you know, card making to me a lot easier, but it's also fun to do it this way as well. So no right or wrong, it's just a matter of personal preference and what you prefer. So for this card, I'm going to concentrate on the matching Pansy dies. That's these. And I'm going to use various colours. So these are all Stampin' Up cardstocks. I've got some, I've forgotten what that's called. Not Balmy Blue, Pool Party. Night of Navy, Daffodil Delight, Garden Green, Soft Sea Foam, Purple Posy, and I think that is Highland Heather. So those are the colours I'm going to use. Hopefully it will look nice. So I'm going to use those. I've got basic white cardstock thick, scored it in half, cut an A4 in half, and it becomes an A6 card base. So I'm just going to fold and burnish the score line on that one. And then I have a piece of Whisper White cardstock that is 1/4 of an inch shorter than the card base. That one I'm going to colour with the brick embossing, brick decorative mask from the Pattern Party from the same pack. So it's retired, but I think it's an oldie and a goodie. I love it. So I'm just going to put these to the side and I'm going to ink blend on that. Sort of the same design, same layout, but just, you know, a couple of things that are different, like colours and, you know, one's printed and one's die cut, so that's going to be the difference. So I'm just going to put this stencil over here, make sure it's nice and straight because it is brick after all. And I'm going to use Distress Oxide Pumice Stone. I've never used that one, so I'm going to use it today. Okay, and it's a nice light one, so I like that. I'm going to stick this to the side, hold that down and go off, and then just ink blend. Oh, it'll be interesting to see how this works out, actually. I think that looks great. Love that. I don't want to do anything different to that, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to clean all this mess up off camera, and I'll be back cleaning that all up. And I'm going to grab the dies. Oops, I've dropped a few things. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cutting things out. So what I'm going to do is make this bit go faster, and then I'll show you as we go along. So again, have that facing up. It's like almost like a teardrop, and then pop that on there. Okay. Now, if you're seeing this, the light going on and off, the sun is going in and out of clouds at the moment, so it's all over the place. Now, when I was cutting out my flowers, I cut half of that off, but it really doesn't matter because I'm going to be putting them behind other flowers. So that should be okay. So all the flowers have been assembled and as we saw now. So I'm just going to grab my card base and my panel there. And I'm going to start arranging the flowers how I think they will look nice. And I'll stick that over there. And that is my finished cards for today. So that's that one, which I will layer here. And I forgot to actually stick that down, hey. But I won't do that now. I'll just leave it like that. So put that there. So that's one card. And then you'd have the, you know, the layers behind that. And then you have this gorgeous one. And how that's all layered up too with some dimensionals. See that? Which of these cards do you prefer? Let me know in the comments below. Same kind of layout, just slightly different colours and different techniques. So you have a print and cut here with a PNG file, and you have some ink blending on the back, which is common to both, and you have the die cut pansies over here. Let me know which one of these you prefer. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.